guys, welcome back to a series of Juana. If you are new to this channel, thank you for tuning in and I hope you've subscribed. I would like to talk about something very important. It's honestly really hard to talk about this because I feel like in general the topic of racism and the topic of race, you know, it's something that people don't like to talk about, but it's very important. And at this point where we are today, this is something that needs to be, you know, talked about. This is something that needs to be addressed, and I feel like everyone should be doing their part. I would first like to start off by saying, you know, my condolences go out to all of the Black lives that have been lost. You know, like it's really been tough. Like, I feel like there's just been so much going on, and you know, not a lot of change, not any change. And it's really sad because I feel like Black people, we have been seeing this happen over and over again, and it's a vicious cycle, and it just keeps happening. And the fact that it just keeps getting worse is honestly what scares me. Like, I feel like it just keeps getting worse. You know, it hasn't gotten better at all. It just keeps getting worse. And you know, hearing about George Floyd, like, it really broke my heart, you know. And even to see the video on camera, you know, of what that cop did to him, the fact that just watching that video, you can clearly see that, you know, he didn't care. You know, he knew what he was doing. And just the fact that he had his knee on his neck for almost 9 minutes, like, he did it. And then, like, just to watch the video and just to see the look on this man's face as he was doing it and everything, like, and after he even did it, it just looked like, you know, obviously he didn't see George Floyd as, he treated him like he wasn't a human, like he didn't, like his life didn't matter, and it did. And when I saw that video, the only thing that I can think of was, you know, one of the main things I thought was, you know, this could have been my brother, this could have been my uncle, this could have been my dad, this could have been my cousins, this could have been any one of my family members, any one of my male family members, this could have been anyone, this could have been any one of us, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I thought of. And I think that's what made me, that's kind of what angered me, you know, the fact that it could have been any one of us, you know what I mean? Like, and that is just to think about that is even mind-blowing. So I would, you know, that's what I wanted to say. I just had to get that off my chest because that's something that I've really been thinking about, the fact that it could have been anyone, you know what I mean? It could have been anyone in my family, it could have been any other Black person, you know. And I really hope that change comes from this, because I also noticed that when things like this happen, I feel like sometimes it just becomes a trend, you know what I mean? Like, it's talked about, you know, everybody's upset, and then it just goes, a few months later, nobody's really talking about it anymore. And, or at least until trial or anything like that, you know, when it gets brought up back again, you know, but I feel like it always tends to die down. And I feel like we need to keep the same energy. We need to keep, you know, I thank you for, you know, I want to thank all the protesters, you know, anybody who's been speaking out, you know what I mean? Like, I support the protest, and I feel like, you know, at this point, like, everyone just needs to be aware of the, you know, aware of what's going on. And what I would like to talk about, I don't want to make this video too long, but I did want to say a couple of things, you know. The first thing that I want to say is, please make sure that you are educating yourself. Please make sure that you are doing your own research. There are so many things that we do not know, and I mentioned this in my first video. There are so many things that we don't know. There are so many things that get swept under the rug all the time, and that is why it's important for everyone to be educating themselves at this time, doing their own research. Make sure you're aware of what's going on, because there's just so much that you can learn. You can even learn from your peers. I think people tend to forget that you can learn from other people. I was literally on the phone with my friend last night, and we were talking, and I learned so much that I just didn't even know, you know what I mean? Like, we can all learn from each other. And I also like the fact that people, you know, people of all different backgrounds are coming together at this time and supporting each other. I like that I'm seeing that, and I feel like we need more of that. So that's what I first wanted to say. The second thing I wanted to say is it's all, you know, it's also about your mindset. One thing I want to say is, you know, it's also all about how you were raised. So, you know, some people, they're raised with their families telling them certain things about people, and those things, it's always just things because it's something that their family member has gone through, or their family member has seen, or maybe their great grandparents told them, you know what I mean? Like, everyone, when you grow up hearing things like your family members are telling you, you almost start to believe it. And I feel like there comes a point where it is your job to go out and educate yourself and to learn, because at the end of the day, you have a mind of your own, and you can't just listen to, you know, everything that someone says and believe it. You have to, sometimes you have to question things. Sometimes you have to question things sometimes, and when you're questioning something, that's when you know you should be doing your own thing, doing your own research, and finding out, you know, how come this and this, why did this and this. Once you're questioning things, you know, at that point, just do your own, educate yourself, do your own research, and do your part. That's what I would also like to say. Another thing I would like to say is mental health is a real thing, and I feel like if you feel like you need to take a social media break, do that. Like, every once in a while you need a social media break, you know what I mean? And a lot of what's going on right now, it can be too much for people, you know. I was literally sitting down just thinking to myself, like, think about all of the people that were alive since the Jim Crow era that's seeing all of this now. Like, that, thinking about that was mind-blowing, because it's just like they experienced that, and then they're experiencing it, and they're seeing it again. Like, imagine how those, you know, imagine how they're feeling seeing that over, you know what I mean, reliving those dark moments and seeing those things happen. So please take a social media break if you need to. It'll always be there. You can always come back to it. You know what I mean? Like, just take some time for yourself. Create a safe space for yourself. You know, whatever it is that you need to do to relax your mind, ease your mind, do that, and find a safe way to do that. You know what I mean? But what I would also say about that is, just because you disconnect from social media, don't disconnect yourself from people. Whatever you are feeling, talk to someone, family member, whatever it is, friend, whatever it is, whoever it is, just talk to someone. You know what I mean? Don't completely just, because that is also not healthy. So although you need some space or to create, you know, disconnect and isolate from social media, don't disconnect from people. To be honest, I'm gonna say this right now, I signed out of my Facebook and I signed out of my Instagram, because I felt like I just needed a little, you know, some time. I don't know how long that break will be, might not be long, but I just felt like I needed a couple of days to just, you know, just relax my mind and, you know, make sure that I'm okay. And there is something else that I also wanted to say. Wow, it just completely slipped out of my mind. Another thing too, make sure that you vote. Make sure that you vote. Everyone is seeing what's going on. You know, everyone's seeing what's going on. So you know what's going on. You want change. You want justice. You want a difference. You know, you want to see a difference. Vote. That is one of the like, just vote. Please vote. Like, and also what people don't realize is, it's, you know, policies too. Policies that are being implemented, you know what I mean? Like, all of that stuff is important, and I feel like people, you know, they overlook that. They think, oh, okay, I just voted, whatever, like, you know what I mean? But make sure you are looking into these policies. Make sure, again, that you are make sure you're just doing your part in educating and teaching yourself and being knowledgeable. Like, that's the most important thing. Like, that's just that's like one of the top takeaways of, I guess, of my video, is just making sure that you are educated, making sure that you vote, making sure that you are doing your part. You know what I mean? We all want to see change. We don't want to see another Black life lost, you know, because of what's going on right now. We don't want to see that. You know what I mean? We want to see change, and we don't want to keep experiencing this pain, this suffering, you know what I mean? Like, everyone is tired. Everyone is so tired, and I understand the anger and the frustration as a black woman. I understand it, I see it, I feel it. You know what I mean? I've endured it. So it's really, you know, it's time for a change, and I know that we're gonna get that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just gonna keep remaining positive, even though it's hard, but I know that a change is gonna come. You know what I mean? It has to at this point, because what's going on right now is just, and it's scary too. I remember being in class and my professor talking about how scary it is. Like, it really is scary not to know the path that we're headed, but we just have to all do our part. And I know I'm gonna make sure that I do my part however way that I can. You know what I mean? With that being said, I do want to end up this video on a positive note. One of my friends, she is white. She actually texted me, you know, and before I even read her text message, just the fact that she texted me this, it just showed how much my life mattered. It showed how genuine, you know, it was just so genuine. It came from a great place, and I felt like I needed to hear that, because all of this happening, it became just, again, I felt like I needed to just stay away from social media for a little bit. It was just so much going on in my mind, and the fact that she even texted me what she texted me, it was just like, wow, okay, like, this is what I needed. So I'm gonna read you that text. This is what my friend said. Hey, I wanted to reach out because A, I love you. B, I want you to know as a white woman, I stand by you. C, I understand that I don't know how it is to be in your skin, but I don't want to be silent, especially not with you. This is very much wrong, and I'm praying for justice. I hope you are safe. You matter so much to me, and racism is so not okay. Please reach out if there are specific things that I can do that will make a difference. If there is a specific organization you feel passionate about that I can donate to. If there is a post that perfectly sums up your feelings and would like me to post and share, let me know. I haven't put myself out there yet, and I wanted you to know that it's only because I'm processing it all, and I want to find the perfect thing to post or say on this matter. In doing so, I know that I seem as if I'm being silent, but please know that I'm heartbroken for this, and I'm praying for justice and world peace and trying to figure out how I'm going to take action in the best, most helpful way. That was the most, like, just receiving that text from her, it was just very, honestly, I don't even know how to describe it, but it just really made me feel happy. It showed how much she appreciated me. It showed how much she cared about me, and I really thank her for that. Like, I know she's probably will watch this, but thank you so much. You know what I mean? I already know how you feel about me. I know how I feel about you. I know that we have a wonderful friendship. I know that we will be lifelong friends. So, you know what I mean? I really appreciate you for taking your time out and to actually, you know, sending me that text message. That's how I wanted to end the video off. I kind of wanted to end it off with something a little bit, you know, a little bit of a, you know, some light. You know what I mean? Like, right now it's very dark, and I need positivity. You know what I mean? I need positivity. I don't want to be down. But that's all I have to say. I really hope you guys watch this video until the end. I hope you guys, you know, continue to do your parts. You know, thank you, you know, for anyone protesting, because at this point you are literally putting your lives out. I've been seeing, you know, what's going on with police, you know, what they're doing to the protesters and stuff like that. I've been watching, you know, I've been seeing, you know, I've been reading articles, and just thank you. And I just hope, you know what I mean, I really hope that, you know, a change is finally, you know, I hope to see change. I hope to see justice, and I really hope and wish for the best. I just hope that everyone could come together during this time, and I hope you guys vote. So thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.